Hey family, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another current household video. So I'm doing something a little different this go around. I'm actually doing a voiceover on this current let's play or current household, whatever you want to call it. So I'll be talking while this is being recorded, or rather, y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So basically, when I was playing with this family, I was doing a recording. However, for whatever reason, my mic was not set up correctly. It happens. Comment down below if you are a content creator or whatever like that, and you've tried to record a let's play or record something, you realize that your mic is not plugged in correctly. Yeah, that's what happened to me. It's so frustrating, but you know what? We got the footage, so here we are. Also, thank you guys so much for all of the love in my previous video. We'll get into that. But I'm here with this family. Well, this is Mr. Denzel Anderson's daughter, but on this screen right here, we have Denzel Anderson and his baby mama named Tanya. So Denzel is, he is a ex-convict and he is currently out on parole. Now, this, like I said, is Denzel, and this over here is Tanya Galloway. Tanya and Denzel, they grew up when they were in high school together. Of course, Tanya got pregnant and everything when before Denzel went off to prison and stuff. And Tanya has been a single mother ever since he was locked up and stuff. So now that Denzel is out of prison, he is now trying to reestablish himself in the real world, and he's trying to rebuild a relationship between his daughter Destiny, who is now roughly maybe 9 or 10 or give or take, I don't know, in some years. But Tanya does not feel comfortable with Denzel being involved in their daughter's life right now, because she just feels like he's missed out on a lot of key points in Destiny's life, and like he's nearly like a stranger to her. But for Denzel, it's like, hey, I've been writing my daughter letters, while I was locked up, and of course, maybe they came to see Denzel a couple of times, but he's always, written letters and stuff like that to her, and he just wants to, now that he's out of prison, he wants to develop, a relationship with his daughter. But Tanya seems to not be on the same page with Denzel, because she feels like, she's putting all this time and effort into raising Destiny by herself. And basically, Denzel hasn't been nowhere around. And so now they're just kind of arguing back and forth. And Denzel, he's even considering like, yo, if I don't, if we can't come to some type of resolve, I'm gonna have to take this to court, because I feel like I should have the right to visit my child whenever I want to. And they're just arguing it out right now. I think that her biggest concern is that she feels like Denzel still has like danger surrounded by him, because he was like gang affiliated and stuff like that, prior to him going to prison and stuff. So she just feels like, with if their daughter were to be around him, she feels like her daughter would be in danger, just being like, maybe out in the open. She doesn't know if he has any enemies from his past that want to get revenge. So she's just on edge. And so Denzel is just trying to explain to her, like, you don't have anything to worry about. My life has been completely turned around. I don't have no dealings with anybody. I'm on parole for one, so I can't get involved in anything. And I just need you to hear me out. So Denzel has been trying to find common ground with his baby mother, but honestly, this conversation is just not coming to a resolve. And so at this point, he doesn't know what to do. So like I'm just trying to sitting here and trying to figure out like exactly what to do. But every time I would try to have a interaction with her, it was not going anywhere. So Denzel just was like, you know what, obviously we're not going to get anywhere, so just go ahead and leave. And after that, he just had to go and calm himself down, because every time he has an interaction with his baby mama, it does not go well. Then it gets, turns into a heated conversation. And he's just like, oh my God, that woman can really, really get my blood boiling. But later on, he decided to go downstairs and, just kind of cool off some more. And lo and behold, there is his daughter. So here is his daughter, Destiny, right here, Destiny Anderson. And even though she has not had, as much time and interaction, like physical interaction with with her father. They have created a wonderful bond together simply by writing each other all the time. But it sounds like Destiny's mother, Tanya, called her. So it was like, hey, let's go. It's time to leave. And so she's like, I gotta go, daddy. I'll see you later. So right here, we're talking about Denzel's love interest right now. Her name is Ashley. Sometimes I refer to her as Ashlyn. I don't know why, but he's very attracted to her. But for whatever reason, he is unsatisfied, like in the relationship, and so that is something that we're going to explore later on. So yeah. So Denzel, like I said, he's on parole and stuff like that, and he's just, moved to San Myshuno. He thinks that hopefully this will be a better start from him. Moving into the city was, a big step for him because he's been in a confined space for so long, but he wants to get out of that mindset to where, everything is small. So he decided to move to a big city and he secured himself a job. So like he's like a maintenance worker or like that. So it's just a small job right now. He's looking to really upskill himself and maybe get into like I don't know, maybe architecture or something like that. I don't know, but the sky is the limit now. He's not going to limit himself just because he's been locked up for some odd years, and I forgot to mention. So he's been locked up for some odd 10 years over some drug affiliated stuff. But he got out early on good behavior and stuff, and I want to say maybe some new evidence came up about where his sentence was able to get lessened. I don't know, y'all. I don't know much about law jargon and stuff like that, but that's when I'm envisioning that he was locked up for some gang affiliated, drug related stuff or whatever for a good 10 years. But yeah. So as I was playing the game, y'all, I forgot that chick's name. She came with Island Living. Oh Lord, her name dismisses me. It just popped up on the screen. But anyways, as I was playing the game, she was very persistent. What is her name right here? Oh, Nalani, that's her name. So Nalani was being very persistent in trying to get to know Denzel, and I was a little off put by it because I'm like, no, Denzel already kind of has a love interest right now. Her name is Ashley, and no, I was like, so I was trying to like reject Nalani's advances toward Denzel, but later on you'll see that she's pretty persistent. And right here we're, seeing Denzel and Ashlyn. So Denzel has discussed, basically, hey, I'm out on parole and I have I have a baby mama and I have a daughter and everything like that. Is that something that you're comfortable with or whatnot? And actually, Ashley was okay with it. I don't know if she is fully okay with it. I'm not sure, but later on we'll see that I feel like Denzel is just blocking his own blessings because he starts to get to the point where he feels like I need to focus on my daughter and, getting better visitation rights and stuff like that with my daughter. I don't need to be entertaining anybody right now. So he feels like that later on, but right now he's just enjoying his time with Ashley and just trying to take it slow. And he feels good to have somebody beside him right now that actually he kind of cares about, and I think that Ashley cares about him too. But again, I think that Denzel is kind of going to block his own blessing and get in his own way because he feels like he doesn't deserve Ashley right now in the space that he's in. He feels like he's not fully like how do I put this? He's not fully he ain't got himself together basically. He ain't got his life together. He feels like he doesn't have his life together. And down here we can see he has this looming anxiety. So he has anxiety. I think that the conversation between his baby mother and him not being able to really see his daughter like that, and him just not being where he is in life, and he feeling like him being locked up the past 10 years has really set him back tremendously. Like he envisioned himself way further than than where he is right now, and it's just like being locked up was a whole nother ball game, and now he's having to play catch up. And so he's been expressing a lot of this to Ashley, who, of course, ouch, y'all, almost in my leg. Who Ashley, of course, she's listening to him. But I think that over time, feel like Ashley feels like, Denzel has a lot of baggage right now. But Ashley, baby, apparently she got something else on her mind. She wants to have some dirty fun. And so I think that Ashley just finds this man so freaking attractive. And we got little Miss Peeping Tom over here, but I digress. Ashley feels like this man is just so freaking attractive. It's so, beautifully put together. And I feel like Ashley had more of a sexual attraction to Denzel more than anything, but she does care about him. And for Denzel, it's more for him, it has to be more than physical attraction. For Denzel, he's more of a mind, body, spirit type of guy. He got to feel it all the way. Although he does feel like Ashley is very attractive and he likes her and stuff like that, but for when he has to get his own self together, he needs to focus on his child. He needs to focus on his career. He needs to focus on making sure he's making the right choices because he's still on um he's still on parole. And so any minor slip up and hey, it's back in the cell house for him. Now, this house, or rather this apartment that he's in, yes, it looks nice. However, this place is being sponsored, or what did I say sponsored? So he knew a person, like a good friend on the outside. When he was locked up, he knew a good friend on the outside that owed him some favors. So he was able to get this apartment. And so, yeah, this person has basically helped him get this apartment. So the apartment is not technically in his name, it's in one of his friends' names, but he's paying, of course, the bills for it and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that. And today is National Pizza Day. So Denzel's taking it upon himself to visit his daughter anyway and take some pizza to her and just have a nice little pizza date with her. I thought this was really nice because um why not? Who doesn't love pizza? So Denzel decided to go ahead and travel to his daughter's house. And y'all, look at this. This is such a beautiful, beautiful scene right here. I love this. You can tell that Denzel truly, truly loves his daughter Destiny and wants the best for him. So he's just like, hey, baby girl, I came over here. It's National Pizza Day. I bought you a pizza. And she's like, oh my gosh, daddy. And so he's like, where's your mom? And she's like, well, she's not here right now. And so Denzel is a little frustrated right now because he's like, where is Tanya? Tanya done left Destiny here by herself, and he is very protective of his little baby girl, and he just feels like she should not be left alone. She's only 9 years old. Like, I mean, I understand. She is a little responsible, but at the same time, anything can happen. They live in San Maschuno. It's some crazy people out here. You just never know. And so he's texting Tanya, and he's just trying to figure out where she's at or whatever. And in the meantime, they're watching a movie together, and they're enjoying it and having a blast. And so they're just talking about the movie, and he's still just wondering, like, where the hell is Tanya at? Like, it's been about an hour and a half into the movie now, and Tanya still has not came back. And so, and Tanya has not replied to his text messages. But lo and behold, about an hour or 2 hours, almost 2 hours later, there's Tanya. She is here, and she just sitting down. She's just like, what are you doing here? And Denzel is like, I came over here to celebrate National Pizza Day with Destiny, and you weren't here. And she was just like, hey, I was out buying some groceries and stuff, and I had some errands to run, and she's okay. And so Denzel's is like, is this something that you always do? Is this something that you leave her here by herself? And so Destiny was, kind of realizing that them two are starting to argue, and Destiny's kind of getting a little frustrated at the fact that they're always, mom is always picking at Denzel, or rather her father. So she's feeling a little frustrated with her mother. But anyway, so at this point, Destiny's like, Dad, can I just go home with you? I don't want to be here. I'd rather spend some time with you. Can you ask my mom if I can go with you? I would love to, spend a night at your place. And Denzel's like, hey, that is up to your mother. You need to talk to her about that. And so she's just like, why don't you talk to her about that? And so Tanya's like, talk to me about what? And at this point, Denzel is just like, do you mind, it's Sunday or whatever like that. Do you mind if I get her for the day, and she can just come over my house, and I already have a bed for her and her own room? And Tanya's just like, I'm not having my daughter to go anywhere with you. And so at this point, Denzel is getting frustrated once again because it's like she's not just your daughter, she's my daughter too. And girl, when I say Destiny at this point is kind of yelling at her mother, and Destiny is just like, you're always acting like this toward my father. And so Denzel is just like, you know what, this conversation is getting heated. I need you to go to your room while I go talk to your mother, okay? And let's not use those words anymore. And right now she is just like, y'all. But I say Destiny was tripping out. Destiny was tripping out. So Denzel is telling Destiny, go to your room. I need to talk to your mom, and then we can sort this thing out, okay? But I don't need you to be saying any mean words to your mother anymore. That's not cool.
So at this point, Tanya is just giving up. She's like, you know what, baby girl, just go ahead and pack your bags. If you want to go with your dad so bad, just go ahead and pack your bags. Go. I won't say anything. And so Denzel is just like, I think your mother's being sarcastic. And Tanya's like, no, if she wants to go with you so bad and, lay up, be with her father who's a criminal, go ahead. I'm sure you'll take a good care of her. Nothing won't happen to her. So she's just being an asshole right now. And so Denzel is really, really trying to hold his composure. But again, Tanya continues to just throw jabs at Denzel. And Denzel and them two, they just start going at it. You can see that Destiny has left the room and she's gone in her room. I think Destiny went ahead and started packing her bag so she can't go with her father. Meanwhile, Mr. Denzel is trying to calm things down. So now he's trying to have a logical conversation with Tanya about, visitation and stuff, because he wants to be able to spend time with his daughter, get to know his daughter. And so I'm doing this what's called like a decided custody, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and do like a shared custody. I did push like for Tanya to be the primary custodian, but as I play the game, I'm just going ahead and pretending like they're going to share custody. But of course, Tanya does not like the idea of shared custody, but Denzel is not backing down. Like, he's even getting to the point where he is stooping to her level, So, yeah, a lot. Looks like Denzel had got like a phone call in the middle of their conversation, and eventually I just forced them to kind of agree on shared custody, as you guys can see up top. And that's just the way it's going to be. Does Tanya agree with it? No, she does not. But at this point, she's like, you know what? Hey, more freedom for me. Now that, I have somebody that can help me take care of Destiny, then maybe I can just go and do whatever I want to do. So Tanya is being rather childish, rather selfish. And, she's immediately leaving out because she's like, well, hey, you got the kid for, this week, it's Sunday. So all week, Denzel is going to have Destiny. And I feel like Tanya did that more so because she does not, how do I put this? Like, she knows that, like, Tanya knows that Destiny does adore her father. And I think that Tanya is really jealous of that fact. I think that Tanya is mad because, even though Destiny is just a kid and Destiny doesn't understand, right? But Tanya's just like, your father was never there to help you or take care of me when I was pregnant, like none of that. And you just love him to death. So that's why I feel like Tanya is, of course, very emotionally immature, because any other mother would have been like, yes, this is your daughter. I'm so happy that you are wanting to be in her life and to, help me and step up, even though you haven't been a part of her life. But Tanya is just a little childish and she doesn't see it that way, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that maybe as time goes by, Tanya will start to understand, like, hey, at least you have somebody that is willing to be a part of your daughter's life, and at least he's just not being no deadbeat. Like, yeah, he spent all those years in prison or whatever, but he is coming back. Like, he is determined. I think that maybe Tanya is just more scared of the fact that what is Denzel going to be consistent? Is he just going to pop in and out of her life as time goes? Like, that's something that Tanya doesn't want as well. But she also doesn't want to be the villain in all of this. She wants to protect her daughter, but she doesn't want to be the villain. So I feel like right now she's temporarily just giving up, and she's just waiting on either Denzel to prove her wrong or to prove her right. Now, right here, we see Denzel just did this cringe-worthy dab. Oh my gosh. But they are upstairs visiting their upstairs neighbor. Child, I can't remember the upstairs neighbor's name, but the neighbors upstairs, it's a young lady and another little girl. So she is a single mom, and her little girl is the same age as Destiny. And so Denzel knows the lady that lives upstairs and has gotten to know her daughter. And so Denzel wanted Destiny to get to know the little girl. So, maybe they can become friends or whatever while Destiny is over here for the week. But lo and behold, Destiny, I don't know what is her problem right now. I don't know if I honestly don't know what the hell was going on with Destiny, but she was talking to her father and stuff like that. And she's like, Daddy, I just really want to go. I don't want to be up here. And so Denzel was like, well, honey, I'm just trying to help you, get to know some more people around here. And, it's just going to be me and you for the whole week. But some days I might have to have you to stay up here with this young lady to watch you while I, like I go to work or something. And, I want you and her daughter to get along. And Destiny, lo and behold, Denzel doesn't know this, but Destiny already knows that little girl. And that little girl is a bully to Destiny at school. And she's like, I don't want to be here because that girl is a bully. She bullies me at school. And now Denzel is feeling hurt. He's like, I didn't know you had these issues going on at school. I'm sorry. And so at this point, Destiny is feeling like her daddy is kind of betrayed her and like almost setting her up. And now she, Destiny was feeling a little bit more embarrassed because she was at that young lady's house in which she doesn't like. And so I feel like, Denzel lost some cool points with his daughter, even though he was trying to be nice. He cooked dinner for everybody. He did all of this. And Destiny is just being, unfortunately, she being a little brat and being ungrateful. And so the next day, Denzel decides to try to cook some breakfast for Destiny. He has woken up with a headache, so he's kind of a little irritable, but he's trying not to, make sure that that's not being shown. Like he doesn't give off his irritation because he wants to make sure that his daughter feels good, feels safe, all of that. And so at this point, we're seeing that Denzel is having a midlife crisis in the middle of the kitchen while he's cooking banana bread. I'm just like, whoa. This is where things just kind of go left while I was playing the game. I've never had a sim to have a midlife crisis. This is very intriguing. So he wants to make some flowers. So anyway, my takeaway from this was I feel like Denzel was going through this life crisis because he's been locked up for all of these years. He feels like he's running out of time. He feels like he's caught between a rock and a hard place when it comes to his baby mama. He feels like he can't please the women that are currently in his life. He has Ashley, but he doesn't feel entirely fulfilled with her. His baby mama is getting on his damn nerves. His daughter is, this isn't being as easy as he thought it was going to be. She is a growing young lady and she's full of emotions, all of that. And so they're sitting here at the table and it looks like Destiny decided to apologize to her father for being ugly yesterday to him. And of course, he forgave her. And so I like that about Destiny. She's kind of like her father. Like, I think they're like emotional level is kind of the same. Like she'll be upset, but she's always willing to say, I'm sorry or whatever. But when she gets mad, like she gets mad. It kind of takes her a little bit to kind of get over it. But yeah, so as we can see, Mr. Denzel is little cute self. He is a maintenance worker, and now I'm showing off this little mod that Tasha Monet made for me. It's like a parole mod. So thanks to Tasha Monet again. I told her exactly like what type of mod I wanted. So basically, this is for any sims that you want to put on parole, and then they'll be required to like pay a weekly fee. They'll be required to check in with their parole officer, all of that stuff. So, oh my gosh, y'all, I am just so excited for this mod, like for real. Tasha Monet, that's my girl. because I was like, I had this vision in my head. I'm like, you know what? I feel like there could be a mod that does this, because I wanted them to actually leave the lot to go visit with their parole officer, and that's exactly what he did. And then when they come back, he gets a buff, and this one says like, let's see here, reassurance. What they say? Resource referral. Child, I couldn't read it, y'all. But we'll look at it again. Hopefully y'all would have been able to take a look at it. But anyway, okay, here we go. Watched and worry. Even I can't read this. It's so far away, y'all, because I'm like doing a voiceover. But I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all can read it yourself. So maybe you can pause and go back and look at it. But yeah, it just made the game. Oops, my bad, y'all. It just made the game feel a little bit more realistic. And so I like little, like little storytelling mods like that. We need more of those, like more specific storytelling mods that maybe everybody can, use. So if you're a modder out there and you are looking for some type of mod that you don't have in your game, I know a lot of people, they'll just, that's what inspires them to start creating mods. It's kind of like what Tasha Monet told me. She was like, I wanted this particular mod, so I just taught myself how to mod and stuff, and she did it. So that's why I got a lot of respect for modders, because it takes a lot of patience. Anywho, this is my first time witnessing a sim, or rather a child sim with a loose tooth. And y'all, when I seen the animation and like the saliva coming, I was like, ew, this is so realistic. So I had my sim to pull out that tooth. Y'all, I was so geeked. I was like, oh my God, I've never had this happen before. Look at her little gap. This is so cute. Have y'all had your child sims lose a tooth? This is my first time ever having a child sim lose a tooth. And that's when I knew, I was like, I need to start playing with child sims more. Because lately I haven't been doing that. And I call myself a family player, but man, I don't be playing with these with the child sims, and I hate that for me. And I would love to get back into playing with teen sims some more too, but teen sims just do not feel, they just feel like mini adults. It's like, I know we got high school years and stuff like that, but even that is just like, I'm not buying it. I don't know. Anyway, she had put her tooth under the pillow, and of course she got some money, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she is so adorable. So here she is talking with the upstairs neighbor again, just, having a casual conversation with her. And I feel like Destiny was trying to make it nice with her. And so Denzel later on decided to talk with his neighbor, and talk to him about, child, what is this? My neighbor goes something. Anyway, he decided to talk with his upstairs neighbor about Destiny and her daughter, and apparently her daughter is bullying Destiny at school that he knew nothing about. And so she was like, oh my gosh, my daughter, she's always up to something. But see, her daughter is hearing impaired, so her daughter tends to get picked on at school too. So now Denzel is like, who's really telling the truth here? Like, is Destiny really the one getting bullied, or is Destiny the one doing the bullying? He has not heard the other little girl's side, so he doesn't know. Anywho, so yeah, he's just like, well, hopefully they can learn to get along, and then they're not fighting or anything like that. But I'll talk to Destiny some more. And she's just like, yeah, of course, sometimes, it's hard. And so he's also just kind of talking to her about, sometimes maybe he'll need her to babysit. And she's like, of course, I'll babysit for you. No problem. Like, yeah. And she's just like, again, I'm so sorry. I didn't know, this stuff was going on between Destiny and my daughter. I'll make sure I talk to her. But yeah, so they're just talking or whatever like that. And so right now, Denzel is about to send a text message to Nalani, and I don't know why he decided to send a text message to Nalani, but yeah, so they decided to meet up at this park, child. And when I seen her, I was like, what, Nalani is so beautiful, but she definitely can have a nice little makeover. So a nice little makeover is what I gave her. Now, I didn't want to change like her facial features or anything like that. And I like the bright, vibrant colors that she uses. So I guess what can I say? Like the theme I decided to go with was like a red theme for her, because I just felt like she looked really good in red. And I just decided to give her like a little facial makeover, y'all. I need to speed this thing up. Jeez. Well, while we going through Crazy Sim, I guess I could just talk to y'all some more about what's going on with me. Man, y'all. So I'm about to be 34 years old in about a couple of weeks. Yikes. I'll be celebrating my 34th birthday on a solo trip. Have y'all ever done like a little solo trip, y'all, by yourself for your birthday? If you have not, I would suggest you do it, y'all. I went on a solo birthday trip last year. I had so much fun. I went to Austin, Texas, had a blast. Got my own little hotel room, all of that. And this time around, I'll be doing the same exact thing. I'll be going to Atlanta this time, and I'll be, hopefully having a good time there too. But yeah, the key thing is, of course, staying safe. Yeah, I know I'm a young lady or whatever, and sometimes, going by yourself can be scary, but I'm an only child. So it's just like, I'm only child on my mom's side. So I grew up as an only child. I do have a sister whom we share the same father, but we didn't grow up in the same household. Anywho, so I would just say, if you're ever decide to go on a solo trip, just to be safe and go in well-lit places. Don't be anywhere that's questionable, you know what I'm saying? And just be very, very aware of your surroundings. Don't be giving everybody, your information, your direct information. I would just say, share your location with people. Don't post to social media until after your trip. So that's usually what I do. I'll post, a lot of stuff after the trip or after I've left a certain place or whatnot. And, I don't post the name of my hotel, little dumb stuff. Anyways, so that's just all I would suggest. And yeah, we are also going on a little Friendsgiving and for Thanksgiving. So what we've been doing in the past, some friends and I, we've been doing what's called a couples retreat. Now an annual couples getaway or whatever with my husband and some other married couples. But for us, you gotta be married if you're gonna go on this couples trip with us. You gotta be married, or in a relationship. But mostly we've had couples that are married, and so we just have a good time with each other, and do fun activities and stuff like that, and just just kick it, man, away from the kids and stuff. So yeah, speaking of kids, y'all, I'm about to have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old next year. Ooh, y'all pray for me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a kindergartner, and next year I'll have a preschooler all over again. It's hard out here. This parenthood stuff is not for the weak. I will say this, y'all better. I am so thankful for my spouse, for my husband, because Lord Jesus knows them kids be running me crazy. But I have some really good kids. My kids are so smart. They're just so beautiful. My goodness, I have to give myself a pat on the back, and I have to give my mom a pat on the back, because they're some smart kids, and they're so they're so mannerable, you know what I'm saying? So my mama did a good job with me, so I knew I was gonna have to do 10 times. No, I knew that I had to make sure that I do the same for my kids and then some, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is that. Other than that, y'all, I've just been working. I still work from home, and I do a little content creation on the side, and just playing The Sims. And The Sims, of course, is my what do you want to call it? My downtime for me to decompress and to just enjoy things, and I have to think about stuff and just let my creative juices flow and have fun. So that's what I've been doing. And outside of that, y'all, I'll be posting to Twitter. Last month I had Twitter in an uproar. I pissed off a lot of people apparently, but yeah, it is what it is. And y'all, as a matter of fact, I did not buy that I was gifted, of course, the last expansion pack from the EA Creator Program, but I didn't want it because it's not my play style. But I did give out a free expansion pack, and so I guess I'll just have to wait on the next expansion pack, because when I say I was not interested in Life and Death, I'm still not interested in it. I do not care about it. I will say it again and again. I do not care about that pack. But yeah, I'm just ready for maybe something else. I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of expansion packs, just all of that. I need them to just start dropping free base game updates, and because I feel like a lot of stuff that we get already, it needs to be in a free base game update. But I don't want to continue to rant about the Sims 4 and the state of the Sims 4 and how greedy they are, because I feel like I'll be talking all freaking day. But let's get back to this game. All right. So Denzel it has met with Nalani, and I gave her a cute little makeover or whatnot. I gave her like a more of a modern makeover, kind of kept maybe the same little hairstyle or whatever. You know, she has really pretty hair, but I just made her a little bit more modern. I guess I Americanized her. But hey, y'all, this is my game, and if I wanted her to look like an elephant, hey, it's my video game. I can do what I want to do, right? Right. As long as I ain't disrespecting nobody, right? Right. Okay. But yeah. So they're just talking and getting to know one another. She look a little crazy right here, but y'all wait for my game. Okay. Okay. There we go. So yeah, they're just talking, and Denzel realizes like this girl can talk. Nolani can talk. She is a talker. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't expect them to actually. I don't know. I did not expect Denzel to start to like Nolani for real, for real. I thought he actually liked Ashlyn, but now he started like Nalani, and I feel like things are just easier. I do see in the bottom that like they are attracted to one another. I don't know if they are compatible. I didn't look at that part. But there's that. And I'm just taking a look at the park, and the park is just so lively right now. I think we're in. Where are we? I feel like we're in. Which park is this? Where are we even at? We can't be in Tamarang or whatever that place is called. I feel like we're in that other world. But yeah, anyways, y'all. So at this point, I think Nalani had left, and Denzel just started chilling on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He's not into like the electronics and stuff like that. He's more about mind, body, spirit, and just being one with, you know, nature, and being one with himself, and just feeling, you know, making sure that he is, what can I say? Like he's there between him and the sim gods. You know, he is cool, calm, and collected, because he doesn't want to mess up anything for his future. He's all about rebuilding his future and making sure that he makes all the right choices, and that his mind is in the right place, his heart is in the right place. So right now he is helping his little girl with her homework, and, you know, just being a good father. And it looks like Destiny, she had some homework, and y'all, it's like 11:30 at night, and Destiny was like, Daddy, I forgot to tell you, but I have a project that's due tomorrow. And Denzel done had to get up out his bed, and he was pissed off because he's like, girl, why you didn't tell me you had a project due? So he starts to like give her, you know, like a lecture about being on time and making sure that you take care of the things that you need to take care of before, you know, it's too late. Because look at you now, you're all stressed out about finishing this project, and luckily I'm here to help you, but you need to make sure that you are taking care of this stuff on the front end, so you don't have to rush, and so that you don't mess up, and so, you know, you produce better quality things when you start early. But he's not trying to be too hard on his daughters, but he just wants to make sure that he's doing his part by instilling good character and better values into his daughter, so that his daughter does not grow up to make, you know, bad choices like he did, because, you know, when he was young, because he didn't have that type of stability in his life when he was young. And he, you know, he didn't have a good parenting, whatever. But as you can see right here, I had to remove this hurt sentiment, because I guess whatever dealings these two had the prior day, he was still feeling very hurt about it. And I was like, okay, Denzel, it's time for you to get over it. But this is him trying to exert his parenting abilities, and like telling her, okay, baby girl, it's time for you to get in the bed. It's 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. You gotta go to school in the morning, and you just finished this project, and you got daddy up, and daddy gotta go to work in the morning. Yeah, it's a whole mess. Yeah, but he can't really seem to be mad at his daughter, because it's like, when she it's like I think Destiny is definitely his soft spot, and is going to remain his soft spot for quite some time. I feel like, yeah, Denzel is going to allow Destiny to get away with murder, but he's determined to not be so soft on her. He wants to be a little hard on her, a little tough on her, but not too hard, not too tough. Anyways, so we are gearing toward the end of this little playthrough or whatever, and I hope that you guys like this. This is kind of different for me, but drop a comment down below. It don't matter what it is, just drop a hello, whatever. And until next time, you guys, bye.